I really need to learn how to speak Spanish, bro. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Mo. This is my channel, Mo Nation. So, as the video says, I'm gonna share my experience with booking a client that only spoke Spanish and I don't speak Spanish. And with how long I haven't been doing it that long, but this is only my second time where I was able to book somebody who only spoke Spanish. So let me just get this out the way. Number one, whenever I do get a customer or a potential customer that speaks Spanish only, obviously they reach out to me in Spanish, and a lot of time I'll say something back in English, and then they'll ask me if I know Spanish, and I'll be like, nah, but I can translate, and then they don't answer back. So now what I started doing is I don't even say that. If they send a message in Spanish, I answer them back in Spanish. I just use the translator app on my phone. Now, I did notice that I had to kind of keep it minimum of what I was saying because a lot of times I felt like with what it wasn't translating right. And the reason why I say that is I'm from Louisiana. And so like my grandmother, she spoke French. But it was not like the French they would teach you in school. It was like a broken language type of thing. So I think sometimes some of the customers, and this is just my theory, y'all. I think sometimes like they kind of speak in like in a slang almost, and when I'm when I translate it, it don't make sense, and so they just stop responding. So this time, what I started doing now is I try to keep it simple. If somebody's speaking to me in Spanish, I can kind of nod and see it a whole bunch where I can see certain words. I'm like, oh, they asking about washing a truck or whatever. So I'll figure out. I'll say, hey, do you want inside and out done? And they'll tell me, see, yes, whatever. And then I just immediately just ask for pictures. Once I get the pictures, I tell them what I recommend. Oh, this is what I recommend, and this is how much it's gonna cost. That's what I try to do. I try to keep it like very, very simple. I do notice that a lot of people who only speak Spanish, they tend to want to do business with businesses where they speak Spanish, obviously, and it's not because like for me, it's not because I'm black or anything like that. It's just communication wise, it's easier for them. And there's a lot of people here in San Antonio that's their first language, and they rarely speak English. So that part of it, I understand. Communication wise, it's easier for them to communicate with a business that has somebody that speaks Spanish versus one where, like me, I have to translate it in my app and all that stuff. And sometimes it's a hassle. So let me tell you how I booked this one. So this guy hit me up and he told me F-150 inside and out, told him to send pictures, and I gave him a price and all that stuff like that. This customer right here didn't even know I was the owner. He just thought I was just a worker, basically. He didn't even know I was Mo. Now on my shirt, y'all, on my shirts, as y'all see, it don't even say Mo. It says my actual name on there now. And that's a whole different story for a whole different time. And the whole conversation I've had with this customer was in Spanish. The whole conversation, even down to the night before, I typed up my message for the ETA. So I was like, "Good morning." I think it's what is this? Something I don't know. I may be saying it wrong. Good morning. My ETA is such and such, and this is just a test. So with this client right here, this was a test to see that if I kept it simple, would they be more likely to book? Because I noticed if I do a little bit too much talking or too much back and forth, they tend not to even answer me back. Just because a lot of times I just feel like it don't translate right. And then sometimes I translate it back. So I take it in Spanish, I translate it. And with this client right here, it's not the first time, but a lot of things this guy was saying, when I try to translate it into English, it didn't make sense in English. So, that's why, like I said, I try to keep it pretty simple. Now, The truck was, I actually had booked him for a bronze because of the pictures he sent me was probably when the truck got picked up brand new. But I really wasn't worried about it. I went ahead and knocked that out. So I did a full interior cleaning and a basic exterior wash where I shampooed the seats and stuff. Now with the seats, I did it brief, like really pretty quick because I wasn't trying to do nothing too crazy because, he had already he paid for the bronze and all, but I was just trying to, it wasn't really a lot of stains on the seats, but I was trying to take out what I could take out. I guess when it comes to if you know Spanish, like here in Texas, you can get by. I mean, it probably opens up a whole different door with knowing Spanish. For me, a person that does all I know is English, it kind of holds me back, honestly, with some customers. Now, I have noticed that some customers they'll start off speaking Spanish, and then when they notice that you don't speak Spanish, they'll start speaking in English. Or some of them will just continue, and then when you meet them in person, they speak to you in English. Um, I also noticed that a lot of times they have somebody around them. Most people they'll have somebody around them that speaks English. So this person, I think it was like a mom or an aunt or whatever that spoke English when I got there. Now I knew for sure this person did not speak English at all. Like whenever I would talk to him, the guy would just kind of like just stare at me like I don't know that blank. It's just the stare that I make whenever somebody speaks to me in Spanish. It's like I don't know what you're saying, type of stare. And then I know I also because when he did try to speak to me, he didn't even try to speak to me in English. It was straight looked at me and started speaking in Spanish. So that's one thing that I want to do eventually down the line is to learn how to speak Spanish because I do feel like it holds me back from a certain because I can't. Sometimes I could translate, and sometimes it translates good. Sometimes it doesn't translate good, and it's really like nothing that I could do about that, but to really learn the language, which I would love to learn the language so I can go back and forth with people. So shout out to anybody that knows Spanish and you're able to go back and forth with people and stuff like that because I know, like I said, it does hold me back in a way. Now, I knocked this one out. It was no issue at all. They actually put a deposit down, all that stuff. So me explaining the deposit and all that stuff, they understood it. Put the deposit down, sent it back out. They paid it, all that good stuff. It was really no issue. But if you can learn another language, try to. And let me ask y'all this. If you can learn another language, what language would you want to learn? For me, it would be Spanish because here in San Antonio, there's a lot of Spanish speaking people. A lot. And I've met a bunch that they don't really understand English all too well. And then they're like me. I don't understand Spanish too well. I could catch certain words. Like if somebody say, hey, tomorrow morning, I understand that. Or if I see it, in words, I've seen the same thing over and over, so I know, okay, they talk about the inside and out, or they talk about washing the outside, or they talk about washing the truck, they talk about washing the car, or whatever, because I've seen it a bunch of times. But let me know, which language would you want to learn, and why would you want to learn that language? And if you do know any other languages, what languages do you know? So thank y'all for watching. Enjoy the rest of the video. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.